Another week, boys, and another TWAB. This week at Bungie, we celebrate Festival of the Lost 2021. It's officially the spookiest time of the year, and we have begun our celebration of fright-filled fun with our annual celebration in remembrance of those we've lost. This year, we kick things off with a roar. Law? Yes, hashtag Team Dino is the hottest costume this year, but that's not all we have up our sleeves. If you're up for a scary, fun activity, check out the new Haunted Sectors playlist. There are spooky stories, exploding pumpkin heads, and loot galore. Don't forget about getting lots and lots of candy now that you have extra long sweet teeth. Go check out our Festival of the Lost page for more details. Yeah, that's right, guys. Festival of the Lost has launched. We've got masks and, of course, a new gun, which we recently reviewed, or at least had an impression video of. The actual review for that weapon will be out tomorrow. We'll be going over god rolls, what's good about it, what's not, and whether or not you should be using Jurassic Green over other rapid-fire pulses. Now, fans of Lincoln Green are going to want to grab this pulse rifle. We've been hearing good things about it from the community so far. The Jurassic Green also has rolls with tunnel vision, dragonfly, or killing wind and multi-kill clip. If you want to pick up a little more of a punch when mowing down your foes in the Crucible, keep an eye out for high caliber rounds. You have the next 3 weeks to find the roll that you want, and maybe even pick up a few horror story or Braytech werewolf auto rifles along the way. 450 round per minute auto rifles have had a buff since the last time you could get your hands on these, so there's no better time to snag one. One more thing, if you get a good roll with Adrenaline Junkie, you may want to hang on to it. We have a relevant change coming up in the next few months. More details on that in the future. We also have some slick cosmetics for you to earn as well. Completing Festival of the Lost Triumph will net you the new Headless Hue shader, the beheaded home emblem, and the Headless Horsepower exotic sparrow. It may be covered in cobwebs, but it still runs fine. Editor's note, geez, it seems everyone is losing their heads lately. Oh, and did we mention the tower is looking as terrifying as ever? There are decorations galore and a creepy accompanying soundtrack to feast your eyes and ears on. Guys, I gotta say, man, dude, I have become such a big fan of the holiday events inside of Destiny 2 now. Like, between this and the Dawning events, I don't know which one I like more. I will say, though, I kind of miss the Infinite Force. Like, so much so, I thought about making a single video just to talk about that I missed the Infinite Force. And I know everybody's like, yo, Cross, we do that every single year. Bungie had to change things up. I get it. I know where you're coming from. But the Infinite Force, especially this time of the year, really nailed those spooky vibes, right? Now, moving on, guys. Upping the difficulty. As many of you have already discovered, there's a new difficulty option for Shattered Realm. You can pump up the power level requirements and tackle some truly worthy foes. It can get pretty frightening in there, so maybe bring some friends with you. The chests are dropping high stack gear, so it's certainly worth your while. Next week, our 6-player activity is also getting a new difficulty. Astral Alignment is about to become a little more spicy, and the recommended power is 1320, and there are going to be additional modifiers each day to keep things interesting. Loadouts are also going to be locked, so pick your weapons wisely. Also, failing to complete or wiping as a team sends you back to orbit. So, like, don't die, which is like rule number 2. Rule 1, kill everything. Rule 2, don't die. Now, Legendary Astral Alignment modifiers. There will be weekly taken rotating modifiers. Denial, taking Vandals, summon their shields significantly more often. Emet Tapia, taking Combats, generate blind geysers when defeated. Empath, enhanced radar, take increased damage from melee. Constant modifiers includes champions, overloads and unstoppables, equipment being locked, and match game. So what do you get for overcoming these extra challenges besides bragging rights? There will be an extra bonus chest waiting for you at the end. That is a total of 3 for everyone keeping score at home. And if you haven't secured the catalyst for Scepter yet, these extra chests are more likely to hold one. Good luck. Yeah, I don't know, man. That sounds good, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. After doing those 34 Astral Alignment runs, I'm good. Moving on, though, to Lost and Found. Earlier this week, we released update 3.3.1 that included Festival of the Lost and a laundry list of additional changes to the game. We missed a few changes in the patch notes and wanted to set the record straight here. Fix an issue with Hawkmoon's Paracausal Shot not getting bonus damage. Note that the temporary fix for this means that you will once again lose the buff if you pull out your ghost on the final round. This will be fixed in a future update. Fix an issue where Firing Line was not giving the 20% damage buff. Finally, actually, guys, Court sent me a document earlier where he tested Firing Line right after the buff, and we'll probably do a breakdown on it as well, but he essentially said that sniper rifles and machine guns are sitting at about 20%, and that linear fusion rifles was actually sitting somewhere around 21.2% or 21.3%. Regardless though, it's doing substantially more damage than what it was before, meaning for my folks that are farming for Reed's Regret, you might want to hang on to those firing line rolls. Other fixes include some ornament fixes for Monte Carlo and Ariana's Vow, and Bottom Tree Dawnblade Igniting Touch fixed an issue where all Igniting Touch detonations counted as melee damage. So does this actually fix the Necrotic Grips Bottom Tree Dawnblade combo? Regardless though, good fixes guys. Hawkmoon, it's been annoying that it's been bugged out for so long, especially on that final round. Les should be very pleased to see that this weapon will be fixed. Outside of that guys, there's still a number of known issues in here that Bungie will eventually be working on. There's also a bug for Xbox and blocked players. Essentially, since update 3.3.1 was released, Xbox players, you may have noticed an increase in the number of blocked players that were appearing in the roster's listing. This is actually a result of a fix we implemented in this release that wasn't previously respecting Xbox privacy settings for crossplay. Xbox players who are seeing an increase of blocked players who wish to remove the block must navigate to settings, then to general, online safety and family, privacy, online safety, Xbox privacy, view details and customization, communications and multiplayer, set you can join cross-network play to allow, and then set you can communicate outside of Xbox with voice chat and text to everybody. Additionally, players who want to take advantage of LFG features can change their other, can communicate with voice, text, or invite setting. Now, for the update that actually dropped on Tuesday, which is update 3.3.1, we did have some changes that rolled out specifically for the Corrupted, which is going to be very important as that's going to be the Grandmaster here soon. But essentially, they did reduce the knockback buff from Sadia's Durance activity modifier on Nightfall difficulty from 40% to now 20% knockback. We talked about this a few weeks ago. Will this make a big difference? Well, the knockback never really killed you. It was actually the distance in which it would knock you back and would boop you off the map. So half the distance should mean more opportunity there to make a recovery. Is it still a very likely chance that you and your fire team will be booped off the map in the middle of a Grandmaster Nightfall? Yeah. Now, as a final note here from Cosmo, not going to lie, this is one of my favorite times of the year. Crisp autumn air mixed with some scary decorations and an excuse to binge candy is a recipe for a good time. I love the spookiness and have had a blast in game this week exploring the creepy lost sectors and throwing some pumpkin bombs at the headless ones. They're filled with loot. Love, Cosmo. All right, guys, that is your TWAB. I know it's kind of a short one today. All in all, fellas, if you're still looking for a Grandmaster Nightfall guide, feel free to check that one out. Our final review for Lincoln Green or Jurassic Green will be out tomorrow. I'm actually heading out for the weekend. I've got some family stuff to attend, but you guys have been great, man. We'll be back first thing Monday morning for another week here with you guys. Fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching. And as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.